So, welcome. My name's Randy, and I'm Artistic Director of Unexpected Productions. And you're here on a special night, maybe you know that or not. Tonight is our 38th anniversary. We're going to be celebrating that by incorporating UP and Histories with Improv with our players, in addition to some input from you guys. How many people have been here before? Good. And the rest have not been here? And how many people didn't applaud either time? So there are only a couple people who've been here before, so you can do all the old stuff that we do.
Oh, good.
Yeah. What we do here is improvisational theater, so we make it up, and it comes out in like smoke, it dissipates, and it's gone forever. So tonight's show is the show you're going to see. No one else is ever going to see the show like this again. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And what happens. So yeah, so it's our 38th anniversary. You know, we actually did start doing stuff in 1982, but our first performance was in 83, and we've been pretty much performing every weekend since. We're the longest running show in Seattle. And when we started, I was this tall. Just grown up. Cool. Now, before we can start, I can't do it by myself. Let's bring out our fellow players. My fellow players. Come on out. We have Dave. We have Susie. We have Shannon. We have Rich. We have Adam. And in back on lights and tech and stuff, we have Jeff and Nicole. And down here we have Jason.
Difficulties, but I think I got it fixed.
Good to know.
Maybe.
Good. Well,
Good job.
So if you burst into flame, just use it. Is that what?
To go with it. Part of the show.
Cool. So a couple things about the history of Unexpected Productions. We've been in this space since 1991. Prior to that, we were itinerant. We performed in pretty much every space in Seattle. And I mean every space. We performed in a lot of divey places. But on this date in 1983 we started, and Nicole, if you can put up the picture, that would be great. So there it is. There's a picture from that day, June 24th.
Is that Central District?
That's at the corner, that's at Seattle Central
Seattle
Community
Central
College.
Community.
Yeah. And our show is free, which it still is, right?
Almost sure.
So, always free, that's good. And we were doing theater sports, and just, I'm gonna pimp you, the guy in the white hat that you see there,
Is that Rich?
that's
The handsome
Rich.
guy.
Whoa.
So if you wanna know what improv does to you,
Plus 38 years.
right, yeah.
It makes you handsome.
Thank you.
There we
I
go.
appreciate that.
Anyway,
I appreciate
that's, and that's the only picture that was taken that day, by the way. So, I guess the show how was the show?
I don't remember the show. When I saw the picture and I recognized a lot of the people. It was
Cool.
great, yeah.
All right, so
Just like it.
here's what we're gonna do for you. Actually, let's do a warm-up game.
Oh, okay.
Let's do some pre-sec just to warm ourselves up. So we're gonna do a little warm-up. Two players will come out, they'll begin a scene based on your suggestion. We'll come in, you'll freeze, tag one of the people out, assume their physical position, and begin a brand new scene. And we'll see what happens. So who would like to start and get the first? There you go. All right.
My pleasure. Maybe I just have a hobby. Who's got a hobby? Crocheting. Crocheting. Thank you. I love that you're doing this to get closer to me.
The eyes are gone. Could
Well,
you
hold it
thread the
closer.
needle?
Hold
No,
it closer.
I could just.
See? Yes, yes. I know you love me because freeze. good one.
Freeze.
Who's ready for another shot? Who's ready?
Ooh, yeah.
There you go. 38 years of. I'm double fisting it myself.
Maybe you're drinking for two.
Maybe.
This is a great spot. You own it?
Yeah.
Freeze! Taboom! 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 Taboom!
I love this.
Please.
Yeah, come on.
The statue was very nice. I would like to purchase it.
I've been here for 25 years waiting for somebody to want to buy me. It's the only thing that can break the spell and turn me into a real person.
Oh my God!
Freeze. Are you making fun of me? No. I'm not making fun of you at all. Well, then, why are you standing there like that, with your hand out like that?
Look, man, it's my job. I stand here in the corner and I mirror people, and they give me see the hat. Like, yeah, you're supposed to just kind of. You look like me.
Freeze.
Hey. Yeah, I own this place.
You know, it's sexy. In fact, I think that's a great name for the bar.
Thanks,
Sexy.
sexy bar. Freeze. Okay, and then our puppets wake up. Good morning. Good morning, Green Dragon. Good morning, Green Dragon. What a lovely morning we have here.
It's gonna be a heat wave this weekend. Watch out!
That's why here we gotta go over and open the window.
Freeze!
I guarantee you, no matter what you were doing anywhere else in Seattle, you're gonna get rock'em sock'em robots.
Boom. Boom.
So here's what we're gonna do is so we had a long history of improv, 38 years. Again, we're itinerant. 1991, we moved into this space. We've been here ever since. Well, pretty much ever since. We were displaced for a while, and we came from Intimont Theater, came here, and then we got moved back to Intimont Theater while they redid the Market building here, which was kind of like moving back in with your parents. So we went back there, and now we're back here, and we hope to be here for 38 more years. So be gentle on your seats. So what we're going to do is we have entered the company in Unexpected Productions lots of different ways and lots of different times, and everyone has experiences. And so what we're going to do is a format where we will be doing scenes and games that do not necessarily or do not have anything to do with improv, but they will be inspired by little bits and pieces of monologues by us where we will talk about our own actual lives in improv. So finding UP, what UP means to us, what we hope for the future, and all that stuff. And we'll take some sort of inspiration from that. We might get suggestions as we go through this from you, so be prepared. Well, don't be prepared. Answer the question. But just know that monologues will happen. We'll lift things out of those monologues, themes, might be locations, might be episodes or whatever it is, and we'll do a scene based on that that also may not have anything to do, won't be about improv. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. To one person, it makes a lot of sense. That's good. Cool. All right. So one thing is those who are here for the first time, or those who have been here before, you decided to come to an improv show. And to to see an improv show, which means we're making stuff up right before your eyes. It's going to be gone, as I explained earlier. I would like to get a word that will inspire a first little story, something that inspires you, or why you came, or oysters.
Oysters.
Okay, oysters.
My grandfather's from Willapa Bay on the Washington coast. I grew up in Oregon, so I think the coast, I think Oregon coast, but no, he grew up there and raised my father and my aunt and got a job on the train right for the Postal Service, bringing mail to Seattle and back. This was in the early part of the last century, and then a flu epidemic showed up, and he was only 27. And guess what? It really attacked young people with healthy immune systems. So I never knew my grandfather. He died when my dad was 5 years old. But that's how he got to Seattle. And I came here in the mid-70s, and what story I want to tell you? Bad things can lead to good things. That's enough.
Where you headed?
The coast.
Oh, so am I. I think that's pretty much the next stop.
That's what it said on the train when I got on. It said, go to the coast.
Coast, yeah.
So, I mean, we know where that is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one of those.
Out
Cigarettes,
west.
candy, oysters, cigarettes, candy, oysters, cigarettes, candy.
I'll take an oyster, please.
Oh, yes, sir. Excuse me.
How much?
$2 a slider.
Oh, wow, that's expensive for 1900.
Plenty more where that came from.
That was my rent money.
Enjoy. Cigarettes, candy, oysters.
So what do you
Cigarettes.
hope to see out of the West Coast?
Oh, I'm coming out here to get oysters.
You just missed your opportunity.
Oh, no, I don't mean get them, like, buy them from someone. I mean, get them myself and sell them to dumb tourists coming in on the train from out of town.
Oh, you're gonna become an oyster man, I see.
That's what I'm gonna do. It's been my dream since I was a little boy back in Kansas.
Well, they said the place to find oysters is out by the coast.
Yep, that's the coast.
Not
for you.
out in Kansas. That's
Yeah,
the bad place
you
to
don't
find it.
want to eat those oysters.
No. It goes to the Rocky Mountain kind of bird.
Yeah, oh, those are upsetting.
There's another kind of meaning there.
That's
yeah.
all. I got it. I understood.
It's
No, I understand. I totally.
I'm talking about the testicles.
Yeah. Okay. Just clear. Totally.
Just in case somebody
totally.
didn't get what
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Well, I
For
like
the-
to get right to the point.
Yeah, but there's no one else on this train,
Okay,
so
well.
I don't know who you were trying to explain.
I like to just give exposition personally, so.
I'm gonna go back to looking for the coast.
Hey, listen, I don't really have a plan in life, and I was wondering, maybe you need a partner. Like, you can't just have an oyster man singular, you have to have oyster men.
Well, I mean, historically, oyster selling is an individual type of business.
Oh, you would think that.
I mean, we just saw an individual selling
No.
oysters like a minute ago.
That was an oyster lady. Again, this is 1900s, we're not worried about gender.
So we need two men to sell oysters, where one woman
Well,
can
you need
sell
a team.
oysters.
You need one to pick them and one to shuck them. And I like the cut of your jib.
Well, thank you. It's the new pants.
I know. And I feel like I could shuck your oysters. I could just shuck them all day.
Okay, that sounds great.
I moved to Seattle in 1997 with my boyfriend at the time. I'll refer to him as Michael 2. Michael 1, Michael 2, mistake. Moved into town. I moved into town, and we went went to go see different improv shows because I come from Chicago. I run the Second City training program. I'm like everybody else, an attention-hungry stage work. So I came to Seattle and I looked at different shows. And the first improv show, bought a ticket. I'm like, "Where's the bar?" And they said, "We don't have a bar." I was like, "This isn't gonna work." Saw that show. Saw another show and that was okay. And then I saw a Wednesday night show here, and it was an open improv where they took the daily paper and the audience would say stop. They'd read the headline or a couple of things from it, and then they'd do a scene inspired by that information. And that was the show that I saw, and I was like, "This is the group I'm working with." So I kept my eye out, and there's an audition for a full-length scripted show called Vault of Horror, and I made Randy laugh, and he cast me, and after 24 years, I still remember a small blob of as yet undissolved paste.
I'm sorry, which one is Michael 1 and which one is Michael 2? 1? 2, great. I will let them know that you are both here.
Thanks. Hey, Mike. I'm gonna have to write a headline.
Yeah.
It's a tough story. I don't know how to, can I concentrate a pandemic into 4 words? People are dying everywhere, and
People are dying everywhere. That's 4 words.
that's why we hired you.
You know, if I can be of help, you know, I want to be, but, you know, there are other things that I dream about too.
You dream about getting out of the newspaper business?
Well, I know the newspaper business is the future. But, I don't know, I prefer something maybe a little more stable.
Newspapers are stable.
No.
People are gonna read newspapers forever.
Right. I've narrowed it down to 3 things.
1,
Plumber.
hey, people are gonna need plumbers.
Right. Electrician.
Yeah. Electricity's gonna be with us.
Right.
Yeah.
And barber.
I cut my own hair. What do you think?
Yeah, looks great.
I just put my hands right there
Yeah.
and then run the little clipper up,
Yeah,
you know, and just
I
kind of.
can see that.
I can
see,
see.
yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Looks pretty good from the back.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at me from the back. So, what the hell?
Sorry, real quick. Just a little chat. Just a little side chat.
Be right back, Mike.
Yeah, Michael 1, just hang out, just 1 second. So I talked to them, and right now they cannot let either one of you in, until you've resolved. You have to fulfill your duties, Michael, too. I know that you didn't get a chance to meet him down there, but now's the time for you to show him the best way to live his life. And then once we've checked those boxes, then I think we'll get some clearance. But right now we don't have any clearance for you right now. So he was named after you, and you could, just don't push. Don't push now, okay? But it's an opportunity, to try it again.
Great.
Right?
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing all this up, because, I was concentrating on the story and I wasn't thinking about.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I like how you hit it off real natural,
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
the
yeah.
newspaper and all that kind of stuff. That was
Yeah,
real,
yeah.
like, genuine and good,
Yeah,
and like
uh-huh.
it felt really easy and like right. Okay, but it's just a way of kind of like nudging him along his path.
Okay.
to allow you to continue on yours.
Got it.
Great.
Thanks for bringing this to me. I appreciate it.
We,
Yeah.
we like to give second chances up here.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Michael, when these fish is dead, should I tell them?
Was that the boss's daughter?
I mean, the boss. Yeah. Not just a boss.
Why did he hire her?
Cause she's his daughter.
Yeah. Doesn't he know?
No.
We're supposed to know?
Now that's the reporter talking.
I have no idea what she said.
Well, just, write it out, sex it up a little bit, make it work. I mean, that's right. That's what we do.
There's the headline. That's what we do. Thanks. You're great at this.
So, I came to this theater originally through the high school tournaments that we put on. And I went to Franklin High School, which is one of the oldest high schools in all of Seattle. And I originally didn't even know that this was called Improv Comedy Theater. I just thought it was called Theater Sports, because that's the show that we do on Friday and Saturday nights. And we had one of my first teachers is Jeff Hogan, who is actually what we call the Hogan Cup, where all the high school kids compete every year to doing theater sports. And it was a really fun time for me. I was not a theater kid when I started. I was kind of like the class clown, and I goofed around a lot. And one of my friends was in theater, and he was doing this, so he invited me to get and participate. And it was like, I just got hooked in, and remember coming down here to the theater for the first time, and then getting together with all my friends and practicing at school. And my favorite, one of the memories I remember from our rehearsals is that in improv, it's all about trust and taking care of each other, making sure that you're, physically looked after and stuff. And I remember my friend Jacob, who's like my best friend, who's just very wild and funny guy, but we were doing the scene, and he goes up to the other smaller boy, and it was that freeze tag game, and he goes, "Ride to freedom, donkey boy!" And he jumps on the kid's back, and the kid breaks his leg. And that was an example of not establishing trust.
Hi, Shelley.
Hey, Lindsay.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said hey.
Are you surprised I knew your name?
I mean, I don't. Yes.
You gotta really pick it up around here. I mean, this is a high school. This is where the big kids are now. You gotta, be aggressive. Be aggressive. I mean, if you're gonna make it around here, Shelley, try to act cool.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Mr. Sanderson.
The young, good-looking woodshop teacher.
Hi, Mr. Sanderson.
Hey! Your name?
Lindsay.
That's right. I've been seeing you in woodshop.
I'm really glad because I would really hate to get some marks off my attendance, so I'm glad that you know that
I have noticed you. I like the way you work that lathe.
Thank you.
That bowl is coming out beautifully.
Thank you, Mr. Sanderson.
Yeah. I don't mean to be inappropriate. But, is your mother married by any chance?
Yes, yeah.
But is she happily married?
They like.
Can I give you my phone number and maybe you could pass it on to your mother?
Am I in some kind of trouble, Mr. Sanderson?
Well, not if you pass on my phone number. You got attendance all the way through your freshman year.
Oh, just to, but you're not gonna.
Tell her my sign is Libra. Libra. Very even scaled and don't tell your father about it.
Mr. Sanderson, Billy lost his second arm in the lathe.
Oh God, not again. Okay, just remember what I said.
Right out here in the lobby, you can look at it when you leave. Oh, there we go, there it is. Wow. So there it is, right out there. Actually, kind of, yeah, right kind of where those chairs are. A man stood after a show one night. And I came out, we were greeting people after the show, and he said, "Hey, I'm Dan Alden." And Dan Alden was somebody that I grew up with, and he and I were friends, and he was 16, I was 15 years old. And he said, "I want to take an improv class, but I don't want to take it alone." He could drive, I could not, because I was 15, and I said, "So if you'll drive, I will take the class with you." So we drove out to a church in the University District in the basement where most improv classes were happening at the time, some church somewhere, and took the class. And then we got kind of involved in a really bad improv group for a while, and then I kind of got caught up in it and began finding the right teachers and things like that. And he totally changed my life. Because I don't even really know what I would be doing now if it wasn't for Dan Alden. And he was standing in the lobby, and I said, "Dan, I have to go in, talk to a couple people here, blah, 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 but I'll be right out. And I'd love to catch up." And so I came in and I did what I needed to do, and I was trying to hurry because I wanted to not keep him waiting. And I came out, and he was gone. The only time I've ever seen him since then.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Don Parlson and
I'm Jim Kramer.
that's right. And today we're going to take a little time out to talk about people that are lost in our lives. I've lost friends.
Really?
Yeah, I had one and I left him in the lobby and I came back and he was just gone. Yeah, and I never found. I didn't have his phone number. I didn't know how to use the internet. That's buttons and all. That's pretty complicated. I still don't know where he is.
That's so sad.
That is sad. What about you? Have you ever lost anybody in your life?
Nope.
This is going to be a fun show, I can tell already. Well, let's take a little. We're going to go to some interviews here with people that have lost people in their lives. Let's take a look at this first scene where a brother and a sister get reunited.
I'll be playing the part of the sister.
This is a dramatic reenaction.
They were asking about you at the reunion. I didn't know what to tell them.
Who are you?
Your brother who doesn't smoke.
Lance?
Yes.
Lance? I haven't seen you in years. Last time I saw you, we were about just knee-high to a grasshopper. Of course I didn't recognize you, Lance. How are you?
Now this is something I want to interrupt with because I can. And I would like to say that, you know, when we lose people and then find them again, there's a kind of a nostalgia that comes back, right?
I remember once you had me on the back of your bicycle. It was a Schwinn with a banana seat, and you had those handles that were like this, right? And we're rolling along, and my foot got stuck in the spoke, and I still have that scar right here. I do. Oh, that was fun, and I hated you for so long after that, Lance.
But I loved the sound that your foot made in the spokes. It was like I felt like for the first time in my life I was on the motorcycle.
Oh, if I could give that to you again, Lance, I would.
You know, the nostalgia is wonderful, but I always love the point where they get to something that was the reason they haven't seen each other forever in the first place.
Right, the skeleton.
And then they
Yeah, the
then it
skeleton
comes
in the
past.
closet falls out on his face.
You always hated me because I went to college, right?
Well, I hated you for lots of reasons, but that's one of them. I mean, I don't care if you were the male of the family. Why couldn't my education be just as important as yours? I'm not done ranting. Why couldn't my dreams and beliefs be just as important as a man, let alone my brother, who can't even take his little sister on a bicycle ride without injuring her and having a scar for life? Why can't I learn?
I didn't choose what generation we'd be born into. I didn't choose the values.
You could have gone to junior college and split the difference with me.
And see, the great part of airing out the skeleton is that you're really getting to the root of what it means to be in a relationship that has been separated and now then put back together again.
Yes, right to the very core of what brings
Just
us
shoot
together.
right down to the essence of what's about.
Junior colleges weren't invented until 20 years later.
I wouldn't have known that because I didn't go to college. I just assumed everything was an institution for higher learning. But no, I had to stop after 8th grade. That's why I talk so horribly. Don't you understand? I'm looked at as an uneducated woman. And I did the best I could, but I'll always have that male brother just dangling that carrot.
You don't understand how much how much I respect you for what you've accomplished. Against all odds, look at you.
When you look at that skeleton at that point, it's either, you know, you realize that maybe it's time to put it down in the grave and let it go, or put some makeup on it and kind of prop it up.
Yeah.
Sis,
Yeah, Lance?
the one thing that I'd like to do for you, take these cigarettes and flush them down the toilet.
That's not going to solve anything. There's a store right up the corner.
Show you that you can get along without it.
For about 15 to 20 minutes.
And the great thing about life is it eventually concludes. You don't know if it's going to be a happy ending or a sad ending, but it does end.
Even though sometimes that skeleton hops back out for a little bit, but then eventually
Settles down.
Settles down.
Eventually.
So I've actually been here myself for about 11 years here at Unexpected Productions. And then how did I end up here? It was actually kind of amusing. I was just out of a divorce. It's a good divorce, but I was on my first internet date. and we had dinner, and then we're sitting here watching theater sports, including a few people you've seen tonight around were actually on stage that night, including Susie. And she looks over at me during the hap and says, you know, you should get a hobby. And then we're just like, oh, this isn't going well, so obviously she's telling me I'm boring. So then, in the second half, they mention, hey, we do classes and all this, just like we do. And at the end of the day, she said, you should take classes. Well, the next day I signed up for classes, never went out with her again, but I'm still here, so.
Awkward.
Yeah, I'll say.
Look, I used to be really into playing the guitar, and now I'm really into water paints.
Right.
And it doesn't mean I don't still love the guitar, but I found a new relationship with water paints.
Yeah.
So you don't think the world needs music? Is that the conclusion you've come to at this point?
No,
That life can just be boring?
No.
Right. So that's all it is to you, is music, paint. Look
No,
at this. This
look.
is visual music.
Fender, Faber-Castell. You both have been so important to me, and both have helped me find myself. I mean, our relationships are good. They're good relationships, but I think it's time, Fender, that I feel like it's time to maybe clean house a little bit, and I know I can get a good price for you, and I just feel like right now I want to focus my efforts with Faber-Castell, and if I passed you along, I know there's so many other picks in the sea. Just hang out. Yes.
Hi, I'm here, the Craigslist ad you put in for used guitar.
Yes,
Kind
absolutely.
of battered, but still has a few tunes left in it.
But so sweet. Just give me 1 second.
You want me to wait here?
Yeah, you're just a little early. Just 1 second. Please.
Okay, I'm out here, but okay, you still have it, right?
Yes, I have it.
And it's still like super cheap, right?
It's a good price.
Great. I'll be out here.
Okay, thank you.
Cheap?
No, that's not no.
Cheap?
No, that's not the word.
Craigslist? I'm not even worthy of OfferUp. My God, you don't even remember the electricity that we had.
I do remember, and I hate for you to find out this way, okay? But I started to just feel really guilty. I mean, we just were not connecting. Like, I mean, physically, we weren't even touching anymore, you know? Like, we never touch. And I just feel like I've moved on. And this doesn't have to be a bad ending. It could be a good ending. You know? Like, you're moving on to somebody who's gonna love you better than I have loved you. You admit it. I have not loved you well the past 4 months. I haven't. I haven't given you my time. I haven't given you my effort.
I'm drying up here.
All right, just.
You're right, okay? I admit we haven't been real close. You know, we don't even sleep in the same room anymore. And
My fingers are starting to regain feeling.
you don't have to give me the specifics. To be honest, I guess I appreciate you not stringing me along. I think
That's noted.
let's go ahead and see who you've picked for me.
Yes, come on. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yes, hi. Come on in.
Thank you.
If you want to take a
Wow.
look. No, it's right over here. Yeah, I know.
Who did this?
It's It's nice.
Who-
Isn't it?
what's
it's
that?
it's a full palette. It's got all
It's
36.
beautiful. I have never. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. This is so. Are you getting this?
I did.
Wow.
Thank you.
I would love. Obviously, this is original. I would love if you make any more. I would be very interested in purchasing one of these pieces because that is just. It's sublime. It speaks to me. There's something. What's the word I'm looking for? It's ethereal. Eclectic. Yes, he gets me. This thing gets me. Wow.
Well, but
So I'll take it. I'll take it.
okay, but the
Oh,
the finger's right over here.
this is the fender?
Yeah.
You think this is the fender?
No.
It was probably a fender once. Your ad was really misleading. You said it was playable. You said it still has a few good years left in it, and you don't even have all the strings on it. I appreciate it, but what I think is just so amazing is that you have brought me together with this. This is Kismet.
That's
Right?
For this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Really?
It's a deal. I couldn't. I So I first came to UP in 2017. I was encouraged by a friend to come down here and check it out, and I joined the company in 2018. And what I loved so much about UP, which I continue to love so much about it, my career, what I do is for my work is I'm an actor in scripted shows, and coming to UP, kind of as an actor, it feels like your whole life is trying to be, trying to match. You go in for auditions and stuff like that all the time, and you're kind of trying to be the thing that they want, right? So you can get jobs, you can make money. And I came here, and what is amazing about improv is you're perfect, however you are. And for my entire adult life, because I've been an actor my entire adult life, I'd never experienced that, showing up to a place, to a performance place, and it being like, yep, you're not too tall, you're not too short, you're not too old, you're not too young, there is no not to in improv. That everybody is accepted and welcomed exactly how they are. They don't have to meet any kind of mold or form. And actually them being themselves is what makes it so awesome, bringing themselves to this. And so I fondly refer to improv as the land of misfit toys, because it feels like a place where no matter what your deal is, or how you look, you're accepted and welcome.
Baroness Ivanka, please have potato with me. I dug from my own garden the last potato of our farm before we leave, and it would do us great honor. Gregor and I would be much honored if you would share this potato with us.
We'll bake it.
That is very well then. If you bake the potato and maybe slice it into thin strips and fry it up, I could potentially bring myself to indulge in that.
I'll be right back, Mother. I'll be right back.
Oh, such a good son, such a good son. We will leave as soon as the potato has been consumed, for there is nothing left for us here, seen as if you're kicking us off your land.
Well, this is the potatoes, the people don't want them anymore. They say that they give them, this is a low carb.
Are they sliced thin enough
That
for
is,
me?
that is fine, yeah.
I'll set them here.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, this is great. I want to keep it up from here. Okay. All right. Everyone's doing great work. Susie, fantastic. Yeah.
Is that a cut?
No, yeah. Let's pause here.
Okay.
Okay.
Union break then?
No. We're gonna go from the spot. Okay.
Okay,
So
but
just
okay.
Frank,
Okay.
seriously, because I cannot breathe in this thing.
All right.
Okay?
so, Rich.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Fantastic.
back off stage or leave them?
We'll go from your entrance.
All right, all right.
Okay.
With a potato, with
Yeah,
a big slice
with the
of
potato. That's where we're gonna pick
Wait.
it up. Okay. Shannon.
Yes.
Can you be
Oh.
taller?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, all right,
sure.
great. And you're beautiful.
thanks.
Yeah, but can you be a little bit younger?
I can't, yeah, oh, absolutely. I can do that.
Okay, so you can do taller and
And
younger.
Yes, got it.
Okay, great. And
Shan, I'll crouch down, you'll look tall.
okay, right. Hey, Rich, I'm directing. Okay, so I'm just telling you, don't direct your fellow players. All right, and
Yes.
all right.
I
Yep,
thought we were.
got it. I got it.
And tomorrow,
I'll go off.
no, you're fine. And tomorrow, I'm just wondering, can you be a little bit thinner?
Uh-huh, yes, I can. This can go a little tighter,
Oh.
actually. if-
Awesome, that would be great. That
Yeah.
would be fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna take it from Rich's entrance.
Right.
Okay, with the potato. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
and let's pick it up. All right. Okay.
And rolling.
Great.
Are these thin enough for you, madam?
That is very thin, and I.
It's perfect. I'm just going to have a bat.
I will set them here on the divan.
Merci beaucoup. Grégoire.
Well, it looks like we're finished here. We've delivered the potato. I assume you'll consume it. It might bring too much pain and sorrow to my heart to see the last of our produce ingested by you, ma'am.
Come, mother. Our time here is through.
Please, if that potato tastes salty, I don't know why.
So I came in and I was an apprentice here for a long time before I actually got part of the ensemble. And we would perform on Sunday nights to a theater of about 5 people, maybe 10. And it was all like the newbies and stuff. And I remember this other guy that I performed with, Ryan Jones, and he was a very physical theater performer, and he had this big red hair. And we used to like call the teams in, and you run and you take your side, and then they play some funny music or whatever, and you do the little thing and start the show. And back then we didn't have the bar here, and on the other side when you saw the lobby, there was all just pictures of the cast members. So when he got called out, he ran out and he did this handstand, and he went and went a full plant against the wall here, just like full BAM! And we were supposed to keep the door open to have the light cast on us so you knew what they were seeing. So I'm watching this from my side, and as I see him go wham on the wall, all of the pictures on the other side just simultaneously all fell off the wall and just crashed all over the floor. So he just basically took out the whole ensemble in that one. Warren Bailey's Underground Circus, kids. Oh, Warren Bailey couldn't make it, but I could. And so could Elmo. How we doing, Elmo?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine, Mr. Gibbons. Yes, I am. I'm so excited to be here and be entertaining the kids.
Yeah, that's right. Elmo's high on what we call crack cocaine.
Oh, woohoo! Wow, I'm seeing stuff.
Yeah, well, so am I. It's called Tickets and the Seats. So we've got to put on a show, Elmo.
Right. Well, I hear you do magic.
That's right, I sure do. Because I'm going to pull something right out of my ass.
We've got tickets for the show.
Oh,
We've got tickets for the show. We want to see some
customers.
fun
Children.
magic.
Great.
I'll get the seats already.
Hey, well,
Here's our ticket. Here's my ticket.
well, here we do all of it. I'm the ticket taker and the ringmaster, and I do magic. So
Is that where we
Here are the
sit?
seats. Here are
take
the
a seat
seats.
right here.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
I sure hope so.
I'll go get your thermos.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, children, I know that we think that circuses are kind of outdated because they mistreat the animals and, you know, it's bad to make, you know, have like a freak show. But here, we haven't moved out of like 60 years ago. We're stuck in the past. Okay? So I just wanted to prepare you all for that.
Yay!
Okay, good. So for our first...
Where's the fire eaters?
That's right. Elmo is going to come out and do the first fire-eating trick.
Isn't this burger gonna catch on fire?
There's going to be fire involved.
Somebody get shot out of a cannon.
It's going to happen real quick
I
here.
want to see a lady on an elephant.
Yeah, I want to see a lady on an elephant, and I want to see a trapeze
All right,
artist.
children, you need to calm down. You're asking way too much. Now, Elmo has a bad hip. Just because he's high on crack does not mean he's like in Superman here. All right, Elmo, show them what we got.
I'm going to eat this fire. Are you afraid of fire?
That's right.
Right. Well, I'm going to eat this fire.
And he has absolutely no health insurance. All right. That was fantastic, is what it was. That was
He didn't complete the act.
His
That
costume was
Elmo has gone down to the emergency room for your satisfaction, young lady.
I'm not very sad.
He's gotten at least, I think, third or fourth
Something
degree.
else. Something else. Something else. Something
All
else.
right. Well, I got Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy? Jimmy the Snake Man?
Is he alive?
Jimmy the Snake
No,
Man?
it's just Jimmy, okay? And Jimmy's been unemployed for quite a while. He's gotten out, he's on parole, and he's here with us today.
What's Jimmy gonna do for us?
Jimmy?
Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy!
Name it. I'll do it.
I want you to,
Just remember, don't ask him to remove
I
clothing.
don't trust Jimmy.
What should we have him do? He could maybe stand on his head.
Would you like to see
I
me?
jump on his belly.
Would you
Jump
like to
on his belly.
see me swallow this sword?
Yay! Yeah. I'm a little nervous around Jimmy. I want to see you
Would
swallow.
you like to know how I do it?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Open your mouth.
Oh. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't.
And again, remember, no health insurance.
Oh my God, that looks like real blood. He's so cold. The blood looks so real. Oh. Yay! Yay, Jimmy!
Blueberry pancakes for breakfast this morning.
You're lucky you pulled it out. Last time watching it pass was not fun.
What else are you gonna do for us? That was it, just a flaming Elmo and a guy that can eat a sword. Is that it?
See, this is the problem with kids these days, you know. Back in my day, that was entertainment enough. We didn't get stuff like that. Normally we just had sticks. Put that phone away! Pack! No!
I
No,
wanted
I'm
to
trying
do
to teach you a-
TikTok.
I was gonna help you.
I'm definitely no yelp.
Oh.
That's what I think of yelp right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach you kids a lesson. It's called a
What?
life lesson.
What?
Barnum Bailey's Underground Circus is all about life lessons.
Well, what is it? What's the life lesson?
See, you know, you come for the big circus, you come for the magic acts and the freak shows, but in reality, it's all smoke and mirrors. In reality, life is about hitting middle age, getting overweight, going through a divorce. But you know what? It's like you take a big punch in the belly, and you get up, and you do it again. So I'm just getting you guys ready for life, okay? Who wants some cotton candy?
Yay!
Yeah, there we go.
I'll take her cotton candy.
I don't want to get old.
I'll take both of them.
All right, well, you kids,
I don't want to get fat no.
well, it's okay. If you stick around later, maybe I'll show you my unemployment check.
I don't want to do that.
Right. I'd like to get the whole cast out, actually. And for a closing piece, what I'd like to do is we'll do collage. And in this collage will be about sort of what either improv has brought us or what we hope the future of Unexpected Productions is. And yeah, let's see what happens.
I thought I forgot how to play. But I didn't.
I was wondering what the hell is gonna be funny after a pandemic? And do you really just wanna see us slipping around on banana peels? There's got to be something more, right?
I was told it's about soft skills, because I didn't have any. Now, look at me. I'm very soft.
You're comfortable to be around.
That's right. Normally I couldn't be so intimate with another man. The theater has changed me in that way.
I look around, I see a bunch of people who I never would have met if it weren't for improv. But I sure am glad I did.
Terrible things can happen to you, and if you're an improviser, they just become offers that you can play with.
You shouldn't try to eat any of the gum off the wall.
You shouldn't even touch it.
I'm surprised they didn't shut us down during the pandemic just because of the war.
We were shut down. It had nothing to do with the gum. It's about that, oh, not so funny pandemic.
That not so fresh feeling.
Do you know how the gum wall came to be? People would wait outside for tickets, and while they were there, they'd stick their gum on the wall just to hang out. And if it got to be a thing, they started playing with their gum.
Well, and to continue that, they would put pennies in the gum.
The pennies didn't stay, just the gum.
Right,
Yeah,
because homeless people would come and pry all the change off the wall and left the gum.
And the hepatitis.
But the good side is they turned our little theater here into a internationally known tourist attraction.
The most germiest place in the world.
Except the Blarney Stone in Ireland.
Number 2.
We're number 2. That's good. It's good to be number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I still feel like we're grosser.
But I'm okay with being gross. Because we're all a little gross.
socially awkward and being okay with that.
You did it.
I did.
And we learned to be okay with your socially awkward self too.
I learned to embrace spontaneity.
There have been a lot of marriages that have come out of this theater for 38 years.
And a lot of divorces.
Yeah. I was
And
lucky to
kids.
marry. I married a couple that met here, and they're still together. I'm batting 1,000. Lots of marriages, lots of divorces, lots of
Kids.
children. Yes.
And ghosts. There's ghosts in this theater. No, I'm serious. There's ghosts. Don't go in that back corner by yourself for a long time.
That ghost is real handsy too.
And it's not the ghost of alcoholism. I'll tell you that.
No, that one follows me home every night.
We call it the ha-ha juice. But sometimes it's not so ha-ha. Sometimes it's a little...
The beauty of this theater is that we would hold international improv festivals where people from all over the world would come and study and perform at night. And just like Randy said, there's no way I would have met these people if they hadn't come here. And when you go to their country, in the past before the world ended, they would take such tremendous care of you. And so when they would come here, the one and only thing that I could do is I would cook lunch for everybody once a week, and it was curry. Vegan curry. There's always a vegan. There's always a vegan.
As an organizer of the festival, every year that would be one of the questions that I would always get endlessly is Susie gonna do her lunch?
I
It was
took
free.
some of that.
It was free.
I took some of that curry home from a festival 4 years ago. It's some of it's still in my freezer.
I'm gonna make you some more with chicken in it.
I think my dream for UP, I think my biggest goal is to one day get to try Susie's curry.
You know, that picture of a bunch of us 38 years ago up at Seattle Central Community College, we had no idea if this would be at all successful or that people would like what we were doing. And to think that almost 40 years later, it's still growing. I think when you're through learning, you're through.
And for me, it's amazing to be on the stage and tonight on our anniversary and to have all of you here, because in addition to that photo that I showed where Rich is in the photo, Rich was the first person to ever ask me to be on a theater sports team.
And I don't remember it. It's a big deal to him, but okay.
So it goes. And I guess my wish and dream for Unexpected Productions is that, you know, however many years, when you choose, or months, or days, you choose to visit us again, will be right here on this stage.
Lots of amazing moments together that we don't fully remember.
I'll drink to that.
And I'll have some great vegan curry.
Thank you. And again, thank you so much for coming. Whether you knew it was our anniversary or not, love you for coming down and celebrating it with us. And we hope to see you next year for our 39th, and then for a big splash on the 40th. We have Nicole and Jeff. We have Jason down there on keyboard. We're doing all kinds of shows. We're coming back, so we're trying to spread the wealth. Live shows Wednesday. We're doing theater sports on Friday and Saturdays. We have a show on Sunday, so at 7. So come down and check those out. We also have, in addition to this show on Thursday next week, we're doing a Pride Night. So come check that out. And
Would you like to learn how to do this?
Yeah.
We have classes. We have, we have classes where we show people some of the things that we think we know, and they're a lot of fun. It might change your life too.
Yeah,
Who knows?
and, yeah, you can find out about our classes. We have summer quarter starting in July at unexpectedproductions.org. We also are going to be continuing some online programming, so check all that out. And yeah, thank you so much for coming. Individually, we have been
Adam.
Dave.
Rich.
Randy.
Shanna.
Susie.
And all of you.
That's the funnest thing, 'cause I have no idea what they're gonna do.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna go with the nostalgic end. Sure. I've known all these guys for so many years. Learn how to be